Hello everyone and welcome to Movies with Michael. Today we are returning to our discussion of Star Wars: The Clone Wars. So if you haven't seen my first video on the series, you can go and check that out right now, but let's get started. So no matter what you think of Episode 1 of Star Wars: The Phantom Menace, you cannot deny this simple truth. Darth Maul was awesome. For having such a short amount of screen time, the first ever double-bladed lightsaber wielder was able to be killed. The coolest character, arguably, in this set of new movies was gone. Fans quickly began theorizing that the Sith warrior actually wasn't dead, and in Season 4 of The Clone Wars and right into Season 5, that theory was made into canon. Though it was a process, Darth Maul quickly became a pivotal character in the show. The presence of another powerful dark side wielder proved to be not only a problem for the Jedi, but also for the Sith. With Savage Opress, another great original character, by the way, at his side as brother and apprentice, Maul quickly gained a reputation very quickly. The Clone Wars does spend a lot of time talking about Anakin and Ahsoka, so having Darth Maul back paved the way for the writers to add more to an already established character in Star Wars, that of course being Obi-Wan Kenobi. And they showed that the Jedi was much more than just the calm, by-the-book schoolteacher. The show even gives us the second time ever where Obi-Wan uses his internal rage against Darth Maul. Maul was one of the mountains that Kenobi had to overcome, next to, of course, Anakin Skywalker, aka Darth Vader, and it was really great to see him process through that to, of course, eventually overcome that completely in Star Wars Rebels. Getting back to Maul, his and Savage's actions eventually would get them on the radar of the Mandalorian Death Watch, and after forming an uneasy alliance with the extremist group, they all take off to begin forming a criminal empire, even convincing the Hutt clans to be in on it. But it's quickly revealed that the Death Watch were not really in it for what Maul hoped they would be. They were just in it to get themselves back to Mandalore to begin reshaping the planet into what they saw as its lost glory. This gets us to one of the great moments in the Clone Wars series, with Darth Maul challenging Mandalorian Death Watch leader Pre Vizsla to single combat and beating him and executing him. This gets Maul roughly back on track for a little bit until another warrior shows up to challenge him. Darth Sidious had been paying attention to Maul's progress and saw that Maul might be a threat to his grand plan. So the Dark Lord goes to cripple his former apprentice's power so it could never get too strong. This is another great Clone Wars moment, showing the swordsmanship of Sidious against the two younger and faster opponents. Upon Sidious killing Savage right in front of Maul, we see that the Sith warrior might have a little bit of love and compassion left in him, only for it to be quickly overcome by his ever-infamous rage. After his fierce defeat at the hands of Sidious, Maul begins to look at everything from a different angle, and discovers what Sidious's plan was all along, including what he wants to do with Anakin. Even though we never got to see Anakin and Darth Maul fight, which would have been awesome, through what he tells Ahsoka, Maul just wasn't the warrior who was only looking for the dark side to use it for combat purposes. He took one out of Sidious's book and used the Force to see a possible future, which unfortunately is what ends up happening. And again, we get another fantastic lightsaber duel with Darth Maul against Ahsoka Tano in the finale of Season 7 of The Clone Wars, and the last lightsaber duel in the series altogether. So we see that The Clone Wars was able to take a minor character in the movies and add more to the character and make them into a pivotal, complex, and much better written version of whatever they had in mind originally. And that brings us to the end of another video. Thank you all so much for joining me today, and please remember to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe for more content about movies. And tell me whether you think Darth Maul should have been brought back or not, and all that goes into that, because I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of different answers. But that's all for now, and I'll see you all next time.